everybody. Welcome to the show that never puts ketchup on their hot dogs. That's right. It's 5 minutes you won't come back. A little show we waste 5 minutes of your time, but you all know this. The 5 minutes doesn't start until we say it does. I'm Heather.
I'm Brian.
And we like to switch names from time to time. Anyway.
Okay, so happy Tuesday, everybody. So, did you know that according to the Google, the modern pop-up toaster oven was invented in 1919? That thing's 100 years old.
Wow, let's celebrate the pop-up toaster, everybody.
Yeah, well, and that has absolutely nothing to do with what we're going to talk about today. So Brian.
What are we going to talk about today, right? Well, the 5 minutes starts now. And from time to time, I'm going to do a little thing called, it's going to be about specifically song lyrics for the most part. It's going to be called I Respectfully Disagree. And today we're going to talk about Sammy Hagar, this guy, you know, and his song, There's Only One Way to Rock. And in his lyrics, he goes about making love and getting high, and there's thousands and millions of ways to do it. Yet, there's only one way to rock. And as he says in the song, crank up the drums, crank out the bass, crank up my Les Paul in your face. So according to Sammy, it's the only way to rock. And I disagree. Do you disagree?
Yes.
That's going to be all of Heather's input. I think there's many. First of all, I disagree because he limits the amount of instruments you can use. Now, mind you, clarinet really doesn't rock, but keyboards can rock. Even Jethro Tull brought out the flute. You can be up for grabs whether it rocks or not. I think it does. What about a saxophone? Look, I'll even give credit to, what's his name? The saxophone, Kenny G. He can rock, though I don't like listening to it. But there's many, many ways to rock, Sammy. My problem is, Sammy, you're putting rock in a corner. You're telling me...
Putting rock in a box.
That's right. Rock box. Yeah. No, because you can't do that because that's not right for the rock. You've got to expand the rock. And for the record, something keeps hitting me on the back of the head, and I don't know what it is. So if you see it in the camera, I can't see it.
It's because, in case you didn't notice, we are out of doors.
That's right, and it's nice out. And
we're windy.
And it's fine. That's right.
And we're still rocking.
We are. We're sitting on a bench, Sammy, without a Les Paul, without a drum kit, and we're still rocking. And
we're not really.
Well,
it's not
I could do this. Bench. Now we're rocking. You know, because there's people out there that can't play instruments, or should I say, maybe shouldn't. And yet, for those people that can play instruments, they can still rock. I mean, you have the people that go to concerts that are really into it. They're singing all the songs. They're going, yeah. And then you got the other people that kind of know the band. They wanted to see them. They got a free ticket, yet they don't know the lyrics to the songs, but yet they want to be included with everybody else. So they raise their horns and they just move their mouth like this. And they say watermelon, and it sounds like or looks like they're singing. And even though you can't hear other people at a concert, they're still getting it. And even the poor guy that went to go see this band because his wife wanted to or his girlfriend, he's really not into it, but he's going to at least go like this. Kind of looks around, maybe gets a beer. Well, anyway, regardless.
Doesn't want to look too cool.
That's right, but he is still rocking. Sammy, all these people like to rock. So, once again, I disagree because there's more than one way to rock. You need to find your way to rock. Whether it's listening to the radio, flipping burgers, working during the day, got your radio on, you're bobbing your head, you are still rocking. Do not let Mr. Hagar, and I love Mr. Hagar, do not let Hagar tell you there's only one way to rock. And on top of it, he doesn't even let you use a variety of guitars. It's his personal Les Paul in your face.
I don't know how to play one of those.
So the only way to rock is to steal Sammy Hagar's Les Paul and play it? Disagree, Sammy. Number one, you don't want me to come into your house stealing your Les Paul. Go make your tequila and play at the Cabo Wabo. I'm going to sneak into your house and I'm going to steal your Les Paul because there's only one way to rock because that's what you told me to do. So when the cops arrest me for trying to steal your Les Paul, I'm like, I wanted to rock and Sammy said there was only one way. I don't even own a Les Paul. I own a Schecter guitar. You know, I can still rock. Sammy, come on. Anyway, yeah. So, hey, we didn't even get to the 5 minutes, and I'm done. I just don't want to I don't want to, like, exaggerate this issue and push it too much. But, yeah, I strongly or respectfully disagree with you, Sammy. There are a multitude of ways to rock. You can even rock while you polka if you put your mind to it. Rock isn't about the instruments in your face. It's about the heart of rock. Because, you know, as the poet laureate Huey Lewis said, the heart of rock and roll is the beat.
And it's still beating.
Yeah, like
and for
boom, boom.
For what
I don't even remember the rest of the lyrics, and I like Huey Lewis. Heather's a lyrical genius.
I know.
From what I've seen, I believe it.
Yeah, that's it.
That's all I remember. But
it keeps going.
The heart of rock and roll is the beat. So, Mr. Hagar, let us rock the way we choose to rock. And that's all I got. And would you like to share anything?
Nope.
Okay. Well, thanks for listening. We'll be doing more of these because I like to complain about lyrics. That's what I do. So, Mr. Hagar, if you're watching this, I love you. Oh, there you go. But we have more than one way to rock. And that's all I got. I'm Brian.
I'm not Brian.
She's Heather.
Not now. Apparently I changed over the course of the 5 minutes.
And as the great poet laureate Brett Michaels once said, every rose has its thorn, just like every night
has its dawn.
And we'll see you next time. And we have nowhere to go because we're sitting on a bench.
I'm kind of stuck pretty close together.
But I'm going to get that Les Paul in your face.